So, Anthropic just built an AI model so good that they literally cannot release it to the public. It already found bugs in software that the most skilled security researchers on Earth missed for decades. It found a bug in OpenBSD, which is an operating system known for being one of the most security-hardened in the world, that existed there for 27 years. It found a 16-year-old bug in FFmpeg, which is the most used video encoding library on the planet, that 5 million automated tests missed. The model is called Claude Mythos, and it was announced on April 7th as an AI model that can surpass all but the most skilled humans at finding and exploiting software vulnerabilities. Reportedly, they didn't train it to be a hacker. They trained it to be very good at coding, and as a side effect, it became very good at cybersecurity.
We haven't trained it specifically to be good at cyber. We trained it to be good at code, but as a side effect of being good at code, it's also good at cyber.
Currently, their most powerful available model is Opus 4.6, and Mythos absolutely smokes it. On SWE-bench, which is the industry standard for measuring how well AI can fix real-world software bugs, Opus scores 80.8%, and Mythos Preview scores 93.9%, which is not the usual 1 to 3% jump. It's a huge generational leap. On CyberGym, which measures how well AI can find and exploit real security vulnerabilities, Opus scores 66.6%, and Mythos scores 83.1%. And it's the same story on basically every other benchmark out there. Besides the benchmarks, let's take a look at what Mythos has already done in the real world. As we talked about earlier, it found a 27-year-old vulnerability in OpenBSD that allowed an attacker to remotely crash any machine running the operating system just by connecting to it. Also, a 16-year-old vulnerability in FFmpeg that could let an attacker run code on your machine just by having it process a crafted video file. It also autonomously found and chained together several vulnerabilities in the Linux kernel, which is the software that runs most of the world's servers, that allowed an attacker to escalate from ordinary user access to complete control of the machine. Mythos has already found thousands of what's called zero-day vulnerabilities, which are bugs that nobody in the world knows about yet, in software you are using daily. So Anthropic now has a model that finds bugs better than most security teams on the planet, but that also means it can break the software just as easily if it gets into the wrong hands. To prevent that from happening, they decided not to release it to the public, at least not yet, but instead they built Project Glasswing, which is a coalition of over 40 of the world's leading tech companies like Amazon, Apple, Google, Microsoft, Nvidia, and so much more, that got access to Mythos to scan their own systems and patch vulnerabilities before attackers can exploit them. And they're backing the whole project with $100 million in usage credits, with the model being priced at $25 input and $125 output. And to put this into perspective, Nicholas Carlini, who's one of the world's top cybersecurity researchers currently working at Anthropic, said that working with Mythos for the past couple of weeks, he found more bugs than in his entire career combined.
I found more bugs in the last couple of weeks than I found in the rest of my life combined.
So, if the model is not even released yet, and might not be at all, why should you even care? Well, because all the software you already use, your phone, browser, and other apps, is about to get more secure, which can't be a bad thing. The bugs that Mythos is finding are in the code that runs your operating system, your video player, your web browser, and patches are already rolling out. You won't even see it happen, but one day you'll get a software update, and behind that update is an AI that caught a vulnerability that humans missed for decades. On the other hand, since Anthropic showed it's possible to create a model of that level of intelligence, other AI companies like OpenAI, Google, xAI might create their own Mythos-level intelligent models in the next few months. And who knows, they might choose a different approach and eventually release it to the public. And I know, the whole "we built something too powerful to release" might be great marketing from Anthropic, because we've already seen that from OpenAI back in 2019 with their GPT-2 model. But anyways, let me know what you think about that in the comments. And if you don't want to miss future videos and huge AI news, subscribe to my Telegram channel, link in the description down below.